Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Green Smile. Hope everybody's having a nice Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Avon, Colorado. Temperatures are starting to warm up finally, starting to feel a little bit more like summer. Sitting out here on my deck. Anyways, I wanted to make another follow up video here for the Green Smile Facebook page. Yeah, it looks like world's heating up, guys. We got terrorist alerts and paranoia, and there was a big attack last night in London. And, you know, speaking to the locals around here that are from the Vale Valley, I really think we need to start thinking about the future, possibility of either an economic collapse or potential terrorist alerts, maybe shutting down tourism this year. You know, we're going to have to look inside of our community to look for solutions for our community. I mean, this is kind of what they've been pushing, anyways. They're pushing for, the Paris Agreement, and everybody wants to kumbaya up with each other. And, these things we can do on our own. We can do that on a grassroots community level. We can start here in Avon. I'd love to see some commercial farming get done. So, even things like tomatoes and lettuce and things like that, they can be grown locally. There's really no sense to not take advantage of our tourists that are coming here for our own benefit. So, I don't know if we should be buying Mexican tomatoes, but that's up for debate because I personally don't think NAFTA has really done all that great for us here in the valley, and um, you know, uh, you know, it kind of goes unsaid, but cheap labor is the backbone of what makes this ski resort, which claims to be a five-star ski resort on top of it, the seasonal labor issue and things like that. Those are fully up for discussion. I'm not a qualified politician, so I can't really get too deeply into that kind of stuff. But what it looks like on the surface is that if we were to crack down on the student visas and make Vail kind of hire locally, I think the minimum wage would have been well over $15 years ago. And and also from the restaurant owner's perspective, you know, I understand that it's we have a very short season to make our money, but over the last 10 years, Vale's become actually a town. So there is really no off season anymore. Um, and I think this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that Vale's made in the last decade or so, is that they haven't really worked on building community. And now we see in Avon, for example, some of the events that they're going to hold this year. I mean, some of it's really cheesy commercial stuff for profit. So um, I don't know how the rest of the people in the valley think about some of these events that they're going to be holding here in Avon, but I'm kind of against commercial cheese. I'm against beer sponsorship money coming in and influencing the image of our town with their events. Um, I saw this 10th Mountain storytelling thing. I looked at the webpage and everything. Um, yeah, I mean that might appeal to some of the people up and around here, but we're down to earth town now. I mean, we're a functioning town that that lives 365 days a year, and we make a hell of a lot of our revenue in the wintertime with international guests. So I think any events that we hold here in Avon or in the Vale Valley, they need to be very well thought out, you know, and community input. Eh, maybe the community comes out to the council meetings and voices their opinion, or maybe they voice their opinion through the website, but we still end up with these cheesy events. So, go figure. I've been to a few council meetings, and to be honest with you, I don't really honestly believe that that's truly the best setting to address public issues and stuff, because This is just my opinion. I sense a lot of arrogance when I sit there in the room, coming off of that city council. And, it's even worse in Vale. So, at least you're better than Vale, Avon. So, under those context, under that context, I think we ought to really start maybe considering starting some kind of a council that is a little bit more inclusive. And I would like to see Vail Resorts at some of these meetings, you know. But, I guess it'll be hard to get them to the table on anything. So, um, yeah, my gut feeling is that with the way the terrorist stuff is happening right now this week and everything, it's only going to get worse. It hasn't gotten better since it started. Let's put it that way. So, you know, um, this valley has suffered economic ups and downs. The ski industry and the nature of the ski industry being reliant on international tourism and, in particular, Vail, very high end international tourism. I think we may want to look and rethink a little bit about the structure of the base of our communities, which means we can't only cater to the wealthy, is what I'm saying. We need to be a little bit more inclusive and a little bit more down to earth would be a good place to start, you know. So, again, I'm not a politician. I'm not representing any one particular thing except for, at this time, the Native American Indians and potentially here, I believe, uh, the fight against stopping the XL pipeline and big oil companies, which is, I think, very important for this valley to maybe speak up on that issue. Um, and this is a message for the Vale Valley Foundation and the Global Energy Forum people as well. Um, you guys have gotten away with it. I mean, until now. I mean, what do you guys want to do now? You know, Standing Rock and the XL pipeline and all of this stuff, it just can't fly anymore, guys. So, um, you know, I'm not against oil, not against capitalism, not against any of that stuff. I'm just saying you don't have to hurt people to do it, especially your own fellow Americans. And right now, Wall Street and all you guys have really hurt the American public. The working class people, which has been squeezed into basically nothing. The middle class is dead. Um, yeah, it's either high or low, So again, we're looking to the high guys to maybe throw us some crumbs and help stimulate this economy. And yeah, it can't be all high end, guys. That's the reality today. Okay, so take your you can take your sophisticated mentality or marketing techniques or whatever it is that you're trying to sell high-end ski vacations to people in Chicago and New York. Well, think twice about who you're selling those vacations to and these homes to and everything else. You really got to look and think twice, and that's from a local perspective. From a local perspective, you need to look out for us as politicians. I'm speaking as town councils of Avon Vale and the county commissioners in Eagle. You got to look out for us, you know? And I don't think Vale Resorts is looking out for us. Okay? So, um, I've had conversations with the upper ends of Vale Resorts. I was in the upper ends of Vale Resorts as a buyer for them. And, you know, this mergers, acquisitions, buyouts, antitrust, monopolistic predatory mentality. It is an American thing, granted, it's called capitalism. But, yeah, we got to look out for ourselves here now, guys. Come on now. Okay? So, you know, there are some interesting statistics that I think really should be considered. A lot of the real estate is in the hands of non resident, out of state owners. I think the banks probably own most of it. Um, yeah, I mean, built a monster here, guys. And it's very complex. It's extremely complex. You're waiting on Wall Street to bail us out. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, and how quickly people forget. The bailouts and the Ponzi scams and all of that sort of thing. Not to beat a dead horse, and who cares? It's done. Water under the bridge. But right now, you can't let it happen to us again. That's what I'm saying. So Vail Resorts with its aggressive buyouts and all of these things, this is signs that they're going to come at us again, guys. Huh? And who are they going to sell all these assets to in the end when the dollar collapses? China? Hmm? I'm surprised we don't see Chinese tourists right now today. If it wasn't for NAFTA, we probably wouldn't see Mexican tourists here. I've been wanting to debate Vicente Fox in person now for a couple of years. Vicente was the one that came and built the big old house in Beaver Creek, which started all the crap, with Gerald Ford and all of those free traders, the NAFTA creators. Texas oil money, guys. Don't you remember? It's time to really wake up, and it's time to look at where we are today and where we're going to go for the future. So that's where I'm at in my own personal life. I haven't recovered since the downturn of 2007. I haven't recovered since Vail Resorts laid me off back in 2007. I had to go independent. I work for myself. Okay? Everything I do for myself now and my family. Huh? Let's look out for each other as a community now, because I know there's a lot of you out there that are in the same damn boat I am. Time is now, guys. Huh? Let me throw a whammy on it. What happens if the snow doesn't come? What happens if global warming really is real? Huh? How many people in this valley even look up in the sky and see the chemtrails that are going by that the government continues to deny? Huh? It's not conspiracy theory anymore, guys. We know what's up. You see it with your own eyes. It's time to really, as a community, as a political movement, as city councils, all of that stuff, you guys all got to come together. Huh? You're not let's stop focusing on the tourist thing for the moment, and let's start focusing on the communal building situation. I can tell you some of the attitude I see and some of the services I see around here is just ridiculous. I don't want to name names. You all know, you live around here. Customer service doesn't exist here. You've handed it all off to the foreign workers that come here seasonally, or out-of-state workers. Huh? Yeah, time to rebuild, guys. And we rebuild from the bottom up. Hmm? And message for you, the city council, Jake Wolf, and all you guys that I've reached out to and tried to talk to, huh? You snobbed me, okay? You snobbed me, all right? Well, I'm here to tell you something. Time to wake up. Snobby attitude is not going to cut it anymore, guys. Real politicians? Nah, forget politicians. Be human first. So that's my message for y'all here. I didn't really want to make it all about the Vail Valley and Avon, because I speak with people from all over the world on a daily basis. I have friends in Germany and France and Switzerland, China, South Africa, Ecuador, El Salvador, Nicaragua. I have friends all over the damn world. And so when I tell you right now that the Native American issue here in the United States is our issue, let's go at it, guys. This is America. We take care of our own. Or did you forget? I wish you a good Sunday afternoon. I hope we all have a great summer this year. The weather's just starting to pick up. Think. That's all we have to do. Think.